Hey everybody, this is CFin. Um, Today I'm going to talk to you about a family of lights. They're from Mo Richardson. They're the Fennell family of baby lights. Okay, and I say the family of baby lights because like I said, there's Fennell and stuff like that. But they all fit within this family of lights here. Okay, so we have the baby here, which I'm going to show you today. But here is a baby tinner. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger here. That's a 10,000 watt light. Okay, and this one now that's this one now that's the 20K. And it's a little, it's a little bit bigger. This a little bit bigger for now, and it's a 20,000 watt light. Okay, so that's the baby tinner, the Fennell in front. Okay, and then the next one down from the baby family is this light here. This is the 5K. So it's a 20K, 10K, 5K. Come on. There we go. Alright, so that's a 5K light right there. Okay, so like I said, a 10,000 watt light, or 5,000 watt light, sorry. So the 20K, which is a 20,000 watt light, there's 10K, which is a 10,000 watt light, there's a 5K, which is a 5,000 watt light. Okay, and then there's the baby junior and a midget. Oops. Where's that midget? Or excuse me, that's not a midget, that's the inky. Come on, why don't these wanna Well, there's the inky right there. Okay, and then there's a generator. That's what we use to power up these lights. I wanted to show you this one. Hope I can get that one to open up. Okay, these are the new lights now that are coming out. Okay, the LED lights. You can see now they're replacing the bulbs here with these LED lights here, and that looks like it's a tinner. And like I said, the 10,000 watt lights, well, this takes up probably a quarter of the amperage that the 10,000 watt light will take. So to run at that 10K, I want to say 10K and not the 20K because that was kind of standard. The 20K was something new, but the 10K takes 100 amps, 100 paper amps. Okay, we have the paper amps. And then we have the actual usage kind of stuff. So the actual amperage would be probably 87.8. That was a brand new light bulb in there kind of stuff. And you're running it at 120 amps. Okay, but we always say paper amps too, which helps us, do the math quickly. It's a lot easier to add up, if you have two 10Ks, it's a lot easier to say 200 amps than it is to try to add up 87.6 amps or whatever. But it can run that when the bulb gets old. It actually can use all of that 100 amps. Okay, so these are LEDs now. They're coming in. They're the new lamps, that kind of stuff, and so they take a lot less energy. But okay, let's go into talking about the baby, and we'll show you. I'll teach you all the parts of the baby here. Okay, so this is the baby. The Fennell here is about a little bigger than 4 inches in diameter. It's they say it's like 4 inches and 4 inches and 15/16 approximately in diameter. Okay, it has these two little leaves here, right here. Actually three leaves, 1, 2, 3, and that's what holds the barn doors in front of it. Okay, here's the spot and flood knob. It goes, it's up here in front, and it goes all the way through to the back. Here's a tilt and tilt knob here, so you can loosen that, and you can point it up, and you can point it down, and you tighten it, and it'll stay where you aim it at. And here's the pan knob in the back here. Okay, so you can loosen that, and you can pan it left and right, and then you tighten it, and it stays where you put it. And this little rope here will hold the your cord. You can see the cord going down the back here. When not in use, you use that to hold the cord there. This is the front of it right here. And there's those two sides again. There's the spot flood. Okay, so let's take a look here with the barn doors attached. So that's your baby. The barn door attached. This is a 1,000-watt lamp. Okay, 1,000-watt lamp. You know, it's the standard uses. Okay, you can put a 750-watt lamp in there, or you can put as low as like a 500-watt lamp. And I think they have 650-watt lamps. So, but generally we put a 1,000-watt lamp in there. Okay. And that's a 10 amp that draws 10 amp. That's a 10 amp paper amp, and then it's like 8.3 or 6 or so, depending on the manufacturer of the the real amp uses. Once it's like I said, when it's a fresh bulb, that's what I use. But it can use that 10 amps, so you should pretty much use that 10 amps to help you. To help you add up quickly, and know that it is a lot less, but it can use that full amperage. Okay, so this is the barn doors in front of it here, and you can see this little chain right here that's on the barn door that goes to the tilt knob. So if the barn doors happen to come off, it won't fall and hit anybody. Okay, so this is a 4-way barn doors. We also have 2-way barn doors. I'll show you examples of those later. Okay, so and the top and bottom here, this puts out a hard light. Okay, a hard directional light. I'll show you what that looks like with a picture kind of folded up. But the doors are for controlling that lamp. You can bar it down. You can bar it down or keep it up, or make a slice of light if you want to. You can also turn these barn doors any way you want. So if you want these on top and these on the side, you can do that, or you can diagonal it anywhere in between. So this little slots right here, the barn doors have a little, like a 1/4-inch little slot with slides in there, kind of stuff. And it's pretty loose and it's pretty tight, because you can turn it and span it, and it'll stay in the spot and stay in the spot where you pan it and tilt or turn it. Okay, let's go to the next one here. So the next photograph here. Look at Okay, here's a couple of photographs here of the lamp. The front and the back with the barn doors on it. And see, there's that focus knob. It says it goes all the way from the front to the back and all the way from the back to the front. So you can flip it from the front or back. And this is the white knob here, right here. If you pull this back, you can open that up and get to the lamp. Like I showed you the other LED lamp, you can see how you can get to the front by opening the front. The bigger lights are open up in the front, the small lights open in the back, open on top there. Okay, so there's an example of using that rope to hold on to the cord. And okay, let's go to the next one. Here's an example of another one that's painted white. Mostly they're this color, the more resistant color kind of stuff, but sometimes they will paint them a different color if the studio wants them to. But what I wanted to show you here is the scrims. There's the red ones, which is what we call a double, and the green ones, which we call a single, and these are the half singles or half doubles. Okay, to just half the light, so that you only want to like take down the intensity on half the light. You can, and that will fit inside the little slat there between the barn doors and the light there. So if a double will take the light down one stop, and a single will take the light down a half a stop. So say, if you know your stops, there's like 2.8, there's 4 and 5.6. 5.6 is being brighter and going less bright as you go down. So say that you're at a 5.6 and you want to go down to a 4, well, you put in a double. If you're at a 4, you want to go down half a stop, so you want a 5.6, a 2.8, 5.6 split, where you put in a single. Okay, so that'll take you down a half a stop. All right, and then if you wanted to go down 2 stops, well, you put in 2 of these, so you'd be at a 5.6, and you put 2 of them in, and you'd be at a 2.8. So forth and so on. Okay, so that's those. Generally, you can use a dimmer if you want. It depends. Well, so it depends if you're using film or digital. If you dim them down like this light here, it's dimmed down here. If you're gonna have it in the shot there, you probably use a dimmer. It's supposed to put a screen in it because you can dim it down pretty far. Because this has to be dimmed down pretty far, or this will blow out. But normally you can see right here how warm it is, how orange it is, kind of stuff. When you dim them down on film, and this is probably a true film photograph here, it tends to get orange right there. Okay, and when you're using digital video or digital cameras, it'll tend to just go darker, gray. So film will go orange, and digital will go kind of gray. And also what I should tell you about this is that this is a tungsten light. Okay, so it's 32 Kelvin rated. So if you set your camera to 32 Kelvin, your digital camera to 32 camera, or you use tungsten film, this will read white. Okay, and if this was all the way up, it would read white. Okay. So when you dim it down, it'll get pretty orange. That's why I usually use the scrims, because you can go down a stop or 2 stops, and it won't be as warm. Okay, so here we go. All right, so those are those barn doors. I'll tell you. There's the 4-way. There's a 2-way. Like I said in the back there, it's got that ring in there kind of stuff, so you can turn them. You can have them side to side, you can turn them diagonal, you can turn them up and down, anywhere in between. So the 4-way is more controllable than 2-way. Et cetera, et cetera. Okay? Here is a picture of this, a single double. No, but it's a double, okay, because it's red and the green ones are single, okay. And here's a picture of the half double, because it's red. Remember, the red ones are the double. So you can put that in the lamp too. You can turn it on the bottom, you can put it on the top, you can put it diagonal, or anywhere in between. Okay, this part right here will block a little bit of light. Will block a stop of light, and this will be clear. So sometimes you need sometimes you only need to block half of the light. So that's where we have these like half doubles and half singles. And this is a scrim bag right here. That's where we can store. That's where we can store the scrims in. Give you a quick picture of the scrim bags. That's a different color scrim bag, and you put the screws in there, and like I was telling you about the rope there, you coil up the your cord, and you can use that rope to tie it up with. Okay, so let's go on here. Don't want this video too long. This is the globe that goes into a baby. Okay, this one's the EGT. That's 1,000 watts. Okay, so that's 10 amps paper amps, and like I said, you can use a 750. I think the 750s are EGNs, and the 500 watts are excuse me, the 7 watts are EGRs, right? And the 500 are EGNs. Okay, the 1,000 watts, you know, you put a 1,000 watt bulb in there, and your light's about 10 feet away from your subject. You're gonna get about a 2.8, a little bit more than 2.8. So that's like 140 foot candles. You know, it depends on the bulb. Some manufacturers, some bulbs are a little stronger than others, kind of stuff. But you're gonna get about 2.8 at 10 feet away. And at 10 feet away, the spread's going to be about 11 feet in diameter. If you spot it in, it's going to be about 2 feet. Of course, when you spot it in, it also gets brighter. So you'll have probably like a 980 foot candle if you spot it in at 10 feet. So I'm not sure what stop you would get out of that. You'd have to measure with the light meter. All right. So let's go on here. So to help you, so you have the barn doors to control light. You can also control lights with flags. But like also you can use these snoots if you want a more concentrated light. But you can spot it in the concentrated light, but that makes it brighter. So if you want to concentrate it without spotting it in and keeping the same stop, you use these snoots. Okay, and that fits right in there. You can't turn it because it's not really square, but you don't really need to. And then it has the little chain right there that you can put on the knob so it won't fall out. But then like you can use the opening itself, the natural opening, or you can use one of these smaller ones. Okay, so you use a real small one, you know, and not so small. Again, that gives you just a small little controllable spot. If you want to hit this a certain spot of somebody, or a certain spot of an object in the background, or you know, whatever you need to hit. But it's very controllable, you know, with the if you don't put any diffusion on it. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, so I guess that's about it for now. That's the baby. You know, I told you about the color temperature. I told you what sort of bulbs you put in there. Spot and flood, and it's a hard light. Oh, let's see. Okay, and let's show you what it sort of looks like. And right there, that's the kind of light it puts out. That's the hardest sort of light there. You can kind of tell it's hard light. You can see there's no shadows, like pretty distinct right there, and it's pretty, you know, distinct shadows. There's no ambient light in here or fill light, so it looks pretty dark. But like you can see, it produces nice crisp shadows. This type of light. Now you can use this light direct like this, or again you can shoot it through frames. There's probably examples of frames too. I'm going to go over that later, kind of stuff. But this, as the general use, it's generally a hard light kind of stuff. But most nowadays you generally don't use it hard anymore unless you're doing something like this, and it's kind of like maybe spooky lighting kind of stuff. You can see it pretty moody. But nowadays you generally put some sort of diffusion in front of it to soften it up, or you bounce it into something. And you can also use those barn doors to clip soft stuff on it, and you can also put gel in the barn doors, or you can put them in gel frames and to color the light. And let's see, like I said, you can bounce it off a beadboard, foam cord, show card, Grifflon, and there's like a few other things you can bounce it off of, right? You aim your bounce source at your subject, and then you aim the light into the bounce source, and the light hits the bounce and bounces into your subject, and you get a good soft broad light. Okay, so that's pretty much it on the babies. Like I said, there's a whole family of lights I'm going to go over, and basically did kind of go over this: a 10K, 5K, you saw 20K, you saw it in Nike now. You also know about the new LEDs that are coming out, and it's gonna make, I think it'll make things a little easier. Plus, you won't be using as much power, and then again, it'll make things easier, kind of stuff. But and now they got the LEDs to where they really match the color temperature of the old lights and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the I guess we'll end the video here, and hope you liked it. Hope it helps you out, and if you like it, please give me a like. I'm gonna start putting out a whole bunch of videos as much as I can, trying to get my channel up there. And if you need me to try to explain something to you, I've been in the business for over 25 years now, so use my experience. All right, thanks, and have a good day.